Hello students, welcome back to our Engineering Graphics YouTube channel. So students, in this session, we will solving problem based on isometric projection. And in today's session, we will solve question number 9. This problem is based on isometric projection topic. The problem statement is, the figure shows orthographic view of an object. By first angle method of projection, draw its isometric view. Now in this problem, the front view and top view is given. So first we find the overall dimensions of these views. This view is the front view. This is a top view. In front view we get length and height. In top view we get length and width. This is a front view. This is a top view. Now and see the origin O. Origin O is at the left bottom corner. So from this direction we can assume this is the x direction, and along x direction we can measure the length. This is the height, z direction, and this is the width. This is the width. So from this front view and top view we can find length. Length is 75. From this end to this center line distance is 75, and diameter of this half circular section is 70. 70 half is 35. Its radius is r 35. So 35 plus 75 is the total length. 75 plus 35 is the total length of this object, and this length is 110 mm. Height of this object is, from base to this height is 100 mm, and width is 70 mm, and width is 70. So from front view, top view, from given views, find the length, width and height. Now see the solution for this problem. Draw a thin horizontal line and mark 30, 90 and 30 degree angle. By using thin line, make a isometric box. So friends, you can see here this is origin O, and here this is the x direction. So this front view we get here from this x direction. If you look this object, so we get the front view. So this is the x direction, this is the z, this is the width. So along x direction we will mark 110 mm distance. 110 mm distance. This is 110 mm distance. This is the length. Width is 70. Along the y direction we will mark width. This is the width. This is the length, and height is 100 mm. Erase the extra edges. Make a thin isometric box. So these are the x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Now complete the isometric box. Adjust a ruler along z-axis and draw a vertical line. This is z-axis. Z-axis. Adjust a ruler along y-axis. Now we have completed the isometric box. Now you can see here, this is a front view plane. So this front view, we get, or we can see in this plane. This is the top view plane, this is a top view plane, and this is a left hand side view plane. So friends, now this object consists of two parts. This is part 1. This is the full part 1. This is the part 2nd. This is the rib section. So this is the part 2nd. This is part 1. In the top view, see the position of rib section and part 1. Now you can see here in the front view, this L-shaped profile is visible. But in the top view, this section, these rectangular parts, it looks like a half circular section. So with the help of thin line, we can draw the L-shaped profile first, and the dimension of this L-shaped profile is, this is the length 110, height 100, its thickness is 25 mm, and again this height is 100 minus 20, 80 minus 20, 60. So from this end to this height, its height is 60, and this is 75 minus 25, so this is 50. From this to this distance is 50. 50 plus 35, so 85. So we have all these dimensions. Now we'll start the solution of this problem. So we can start problem from this O point. From O point, height of this bottom slab is 20 mm. By using thin line, we are completing this full profile. So from this end, okay, we'll draw this end point. So this point we can give the naming. This is point A, B, C, D, E, and F. So AB distance is 110, BC distance is 100 mm, CD distance is 25 mm. This CD distance is 25 mm. We know that this CD is a non-isometric line. We will draw the CD line after completing this profile. DE distance is 100 minus 20, 80, and minus this 20. So D to E distance is 60 mm. So from this point, or directly you can draw the vertical line. This is 40. The total distance is 100 minus 20. 100 minus 20. So 80 mm is the vertical distance. So mark a 80 mm distance along this. This is 80 mm distance, and now you can see. But we know that this D point is 20 mm below this top surface. So here from this point we will mark a 20 mm distance. Now friends, you can see, so this is the point C and this is the point D. So we can directly join C and D, because CD line is the non-isometric line. So we can complete this profile by using thick line. Okay. Now friends, here is a circular section. We add the thickness to this profile, and thickness of this profile is 70 mm. So add the thickness. This is 70 mm. This is also 70 mm. So you can adjust a ruler along this non-isometric line, and you can draw this slant surface. This is a slant surface, and the height of this edge is visible. This edge is appeared here. So we can draw this vertical line and 70 mm thickness line. And directly you can join this end. So we have completed the L-shaped profile. Now you can see here. So we have completed this profile. This profile have 70 mm thickness. Now this end have the circular section. First we will complete the rib section. The rib position is at the center of this object part, and the 70 mm is the width. So you can find the midpoint of this edge. Midpoint of this edge is at 35 mm. and the thickness of rib is 10 mm is given. So along the left and right side, we will mark a 10 mm and 10 mm distance. So this is the rib section. The length of rib is given along this direction is it is 35 mm and height is given 40 mm. So I can see here along the vertical and along the x direction, this line is going to the z axis, you can see, and this line is going to the x axis. This line is going to the x axis. Along these we'll mark 40 mm and 35 mm distance, because the 40 mm and 35 mm distance is given here. So mark a 40 mm 35 mm distance, 35 mm, and height is 40 mm. And the thickness of this rib is 20 mm, already we have marked here. So along this vertical Z axis, adjust a ruler. Now we can directly join these two ends. This is the rib section. Now friends, we will draw this half circular section. The diameter of this half circular section is 70. So here in this plane we required a 70 by 70 rhombus. So already this distance is 70 mm, width is 70 mm. So mark a length 70 mm. From this end mark a 70 mm distance and make a rhombus here. Distance on the top face, make a rhombus 70 by 70. This is 70 mm. So it's 70 mm. So adjust a ruler and draw a thin line. So in this plane, we can draw these half circular section. So find the center point of all these sides. So 35 is the center point, all these edges. 35, 35, and 35. Now these two are the obtuse angle. So join obtuse angle and opposite side mid. So by using thin line, join obtuse angle and opposite side midpoints. This is the obtuse angle and these two are the opposite side midpoints. Join it. Now friends, here we have joined the obtuse angle and their opposite side midpoints. So here we want a outer half circle. For outer half circle, we can take this is C1 center and this is C2 center. Now take a compass and place metallic pointer of this compass on C1 point and join these two endpoints. Now take this C2 center and join these two ends. Now we have completed the circular section which is at 20 mm height. The same circular section is appeared below 20 mm. So we are shifting the C1 and C2 center below 20 mm along the Z axis. So shift C1 and C2 20 mm down or along the negative Z axis. So this is the 20 mm distance, this is C1 dash. Also shift a C2 center below 20 mm. So this is C2 dash. Now for C1, for this circle we have taken this radius in a compass. Now take the same radius in a compass and shift a center and draw a small arc. Now for this arc, for this 1/4 arc, we have taken this radius. Take a same radius, shift center from C2 to C2 dash and join it. So you can see both the arcs are perfectly parallel. Now adjust a ruler along z axis and draw a tangent line. Now join all these thin lines by using a thick line. So we have completed our problem. All these edges are the dark. You can see here. This is a solution for this problem. Now give the dimension. This is the center of this circle. So by using center line, we can show the center. Now view the dimensions. Now we know that center to this edge distance is 75 and this distance is 25 mm. So you can give the distance. This distance is 25 and this distance is 50. Height is 100. Now friends, you can see this is a 20 mm distance. This distance is 60 mm and the remaining distance is 20 mm. So you can add the distances dimension along the z axis. The base distance is 20 mm. This is 20 mm. This is 60 mm. This is again 20 mm. The thickness is this is 70 mm. Then we can give the thickness to the rib section. This is 20 mm. The length of rib is 35 mm. This is 35 and height is height is 40 mm. Height is 40 mm. Now we can add the radius. Radius is R35. Okay. So friends, you can see the complete solution for this problem. Try to solve this problem. Happy learning.